Yo, what's up? I want to welcome you to the new series Q&A with TLA. This is a concept from Cyrus, executive produced by myself. So we're about to kick things off. I hope you enjoy. We're going to take you on a wild ride. This is raw and uncut. Yeah, we go there. Yeah. Welcome to Black Hollywood. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what's up?
Yes, sir. Q&A with TLA, episode 5. Man, we've been killing it for the past couple months, ain't we?
Man, we've been doing the damn thing. Great minds think alike. One thinks it up, one acts on it, comes together, and here we are. That's how it should be and always will be when you're dealing with us.
That's right, man. That's right, man. So it seems like you and I got our work cut out for us within the next year or so.
Well, man, we've been talking and leading up to this point that 2025 is going to be a launching pad for our careers, producing wise, writing wise, and especially directing wise. So it's been a lot of talking and rumbling. Well, hey, it's time to celebrate because your trailer just dropped, and the premiere is coming up soon for Year of the Rat. And I'm like, yo, man, this is an exciting time because I've been there with you the whole journey of this film.
Whole iteration. But we talking about this one. We talking about this, the good one.
And the more you go through, the better you are for it in the end. And I've seen the film several times. And I seen it when it was rough, no music, no coloration done yet, and the film is good. It's always been good, and now that it's complete, it's great. And I'm telling y'all ain't never seen nothing like this. This is something that the Black community absolutely needed, and also everybody who loves cinema, martial arts. Story about family, a love story. You name every aspect of good filmmaking, it's in one film. So anybody and everybody can take away something from this film. That's what I gather. And for me, I can't talk on everything because the film's not out yet, but it touched me in ways that you know how it is, man. And y'all in for a treat. This brother been working hard for years to get this off the ground. And I'm gonna let him explain what his premiere is all about because, straight up big time. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the trailer for the debut right here on Blacktastic Media's channel here on YouTube. So check it out, y'all. The trailer debut for Year of the Rat, directed and written by Cyrus Alexander.
Check this out.
What's this?
That is my invitation to Year of the Rat.
What's the Year of the Rat?
Year of the Rat is an underground fight competition. Only the best fighters in the world are invited. Dad competed years ago and he won, so now I'm gonna give it a shot. But it only happens once every 12 years during the Year of the Rat cycle, hence the name. If you really want to win this thing, you need to bring your A game. You're gonna make it, little bro. You're gonna make it. But you can't make the same mistakes that I made. And if I have any say on the matter, I'm not gonna let anything stand in your way of success, including you. So I'm gonna ask you again, one last time, how bad do you want this thing?
All right, we back. Let's
Right.
discuss, brother. How you feel, first of all?
Um, I feel, man, I have a multitude of emotions. This is my first feature length film, and so, you know, I'm excited, nervous. Debut jitters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and I'm just looking forward to the future because I know from this film, other opportunities will arise based off of this film. And in making this film, I mean, you'll see in the film that I was inspired by, Spike, Quentin,
Yeah.
uh, uh, Gus Van Zant, Barry Jenkins, just to name a few. But out of those influences that I have, uh, I would say for this film in particular, Barry Jenkins is probably my biggest influence. And I bring him up because I saw his trajectory and I also saw the gap between his first film and his second film. He had about an eight-year gap. Because his first film, Medicine for Melancholy, was an indie darling. It was a smash hit. And after that, it was just, you know, the brother just faded away. Then he came back with Moonlight, which won an Academy Award. And so, I look at things like that, man. And, you know, things like that inspire me because when folks seem to count you out or, when it seems like you fell off, it's all about putting that work in the background and just showing improvement without doing a bunch of talking. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
with that ideology, that I saw in real time, how he just faded and then came out with a bang again, I kind of took that mindset because this film was years in the making, multiple iterations of it. And, I want to make sure that when it came out, it came out properly. The rollout was great. I had to make sure it looked good. I wasn't playing around. I mean, it was 2 years ago when I was on the phone giving you the day by day breakdown of on set how we stole locations. I mean, we got real ghetto with it. You know what I'm saying? Sneaking in the buildings to shoot. I mean, we did what we had to do, but we got it done. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm excited. We have a beautiful cast and crew. Uh, you know, novelists. We got legendary John Pittman. We got my man James Moulton Black. We got my man Todrick Thomas. We got Jasmine Sargent. We got my son Saeed. We have David Curtis. We have a voiceover from this guy named TLA. You know what I'm saying? He got some voice acting in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I'm excited, and it's a labor of love, man. It's my baby, and so there's more where that came from. I'm already planning my next film, but I gotta relax and get this one out first. But that's what happens when you got that creativity. You think your brain sparks and it just won't stop. You know what I'm saying? But You know, I got good brothers in my corner like TLA to kind of pull me back and to learn how to enjoy and bask in the victory of the finish line, because you know making film is not it's not easy. It's some of the hardest thing it's one of the hardest things you could do. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And Spike Lee said it best. It's even hard to make a bad film. So you know, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man. So I'm just happy, you know, and I'm excited, you know, and I hope the people love it, man. I hope the community loves it. You know, I made this film is unapologetically black. You know, I center blackness in my art, and so that's how it's always going to be. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. You took the words out of my mouth when you said labor of love, because to direct a film, you got to love what you're doing. It's one of the worst jobs to have if you don't know what you're doing.
Hmm.
And you gotta wear so many hats, you gotta juggle so many obstacles, and you gotta roll with the punches because they're coming. Them punches is coming. And I've been there side by side with this brother through it all to be at this point right now. Because I've always talked about the future. Yo, man, when the film is done, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. You're like, all right. And who we are, here we are, man. So I wanted
Yeah.
you to tell the people exactly what the rollout is for the premiere of the film, Year of the Rat.
Yes. The rollout. So March 22nd, the film will premiere in New York, alongside The Last Dragon as a double feature. It's the 40th anniversary for Last Dragon, so we celebrating that. That is the headlining film. But prior to Last Dragon, we will be screening Year of the Rat as the premiere, the world premiere. So it will premiere in New York on March 22nd, um, in correlation with the 40th anniversary of Last Dragon. So get your tickets. Tickets are available now, and yeah, you know, in about 3 months, this is going to be on and popping. You know, you'll be able to see Last Dragon if you're in the New York area, Last Dragon 40th, and you'll be able to see Year of the Rat. You know, so two for one special. You get to see a double feature of some beautiful black films. You know, it's old with the new. You know,
Yeah, that's cool. So what theater is it premiering at?
so it's going to be at the Angelica, the Village by Angelica, I think it's called. It's going to be in Manhattan. No, Village East by Angelica. That's what it's going to be called. And it's going to be
Okay,
it's in Manhattan in the Village. So, you know, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Yep, Village East by Angelica. It's going to be a pretty cool theater. It's perfect for what we're doing. They have a lot of niche films showing, a lot of 35 millimeter prints, that type of thing. So it's a filmophile, um, cinemaphile type of theater, so to speak.
nice.
And so you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So that's how you'll be able to see Year of the Rat, you know, in its theatrical form, and there'll probably be more screenings subsequently that we'll make an announcement for.
Cool. And in the description, I give all the information so people watching this can log in, tap in, get those tickets. And man, this is Black Hollywood personified, man.
Yeah.
As kids, we dream of this, and here we are. New York. That's a hell of a rollout. I love it, man. And
Thank
one
you.
thing I know about Cy, he dreams big. And for him to reach this point and it's actually tangible, you can feel it, you can taste it, you can hear it, you can see it. Brother, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Uh, One of the most talented brothers I know, and he sticks to his word, man. And all
Thank
he wants to do is employ people of color,
you. Hmm.
help people of color. Um, no one knows about the 4th anniversary of the Last Dragon. No one pays attention, but this brother paid attention, reached out to the film company and the people who started in the film to make this all happen. We got to make sure we honor the ones that come before us. Like you said, the changing of the guard, the handing of the baton,
Mhm.
old and the new. You know, this is the way it's supposed to be, man. I love it. I can't wait for the press for this to see pictures and videos, man. This is, hey, man, this is special.
Thank,
Understand, man, this is special.
thank you, man. I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot, man. It took a lot to get to this point, you know. But my my sense of excitement is will come from, you know, how how the audience receives all the hard work that I put into it, and I think people will be pleased.
Yeah, man. You said earlier, you know, it's your baby. And when the baby's born, you're taking care of it, you're nourishing it, make sure it's healthy. And then comes the first day of school. When you open up the car door, you let him out. Bye, Daddy. And you're like, ah. And the hours seem like years until the hours go by to pick up your little one from school from the first day. And you're just wondering, hey, how did it go? That's what it's like releasing a film. And this brother did a full length film, not a short, not a documentary, a film. And I grew up on Chinese theater. You know, he took, you can tell by the trailer, he took Chinese cinema or martial arts cinema and warped it into a black story. That's never been done before.
Mm.
Not on this level. We have some spoofs in the past and things like that, but this man took it serious. So you can literally interchange the characters from Asian to black and black to Asian. It's a incredible story. It has a lot of heart. And one thing I know about Psy, he's a fan of the twist, and he's a hell of a writer. His favorite writer is Quentin Tarantino. His favorite director is Spike Lee. With a pedigree like that to follow, and then throw a little M Night in there with the twist, dude, y'all ain't ready for this.
Mm.
Y'all
Yeah.
ain't ready because it's never been put on screen before. So when you partake of this film, really absorb and swallow all you can because it's a conversation piece. The first time around, you might be like, oh, wow. The second time around, you would get it. But to see people of color in these locations, lush, beautiful buildings, high rises, uh, it's an Asian type film but with black language. You know how cool that is, man? It's lovely to see that, you know. And he did it. His whole cast is black. His whole crew was black. He fed
Everybody.
them well, flew them in, put them in the hotels. Man, he is top notch when it comes to taking care of his people. So if you ever get a gig with this man here, hey,
Yeah.
hey, man, and some of his actors in this movie are in big projects.
Yep.
One did some stunt work in the Black Panther movie. Jasmine, I'll let you talk about Jasmine because
Oh
she's
yeah, yeah,
all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jasmine is killing it. She has a new show coming up on All Black. Um, I'm not sure if she wants me to divulge that information, but she has a big
Right.
show coming out. I think this summertime on All Black, and when we when we get close to the premiere, we're gonna have all the actors up here anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna we're gonna have her spill more of that. You know what I'm saying? But I just
Yeah.
Jasmine has a bright future. She's her and my brother Todrick. They really put on an acting clinic in this film, and I'm super proud of those two. Todrick is amazing. He's one of my great friends. He's been one of my homies for the past 16 years. So it's basically 2 decades I've been running with this brother. It's my partner from Port Arthur, Texas. Great brother. Him and I are gonna be working on a lot of projects where we're gonna be in the behind the scenes capacity as well. But I told Jasmine and I told Todrick, I said, as long as I'm directing, y'all gonna have jobs forever. because I'm gonna
Yeah.
put them in every one of my movies. Every single one of my movies, they will have a role. You know, whether big or small, they're gonna be in all of my joints. So, you know, I'm I'm really, really, like you said, man, when it comes to these actors that I deal with, man, I look at how Spike did it. He would have the same actors in every film.
Yep.
He built that rapport with his team, and they came back, and I want to do that with my film. John Pittman, I'll find a role for him. You know what I'm saying? My son, I'll find a role for him. Novelist, I'll find a role. James, I'll find something. Charles, shout out to my man Charles. He was the choreographer and he was the stunt dude in the film. He done played like 3 different roles in the film. I mean, he was the writer, man. Everybody in this film, they got jobs for life as long as I'm directing. So they ain't got to worry about that. And the budgets are only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. But enough about me. Let's talk about TLA. Let's talk about TLA, man. So we're wrapping up a trilogy, huh?
Wrapping it up, man. It's I didn't see this day coming.
Mm.
It was started off as a poem that had 9 different chapters, and did the first film. I was feeling myself. The very next year, Halloween weekend, I dropped the sequel, and then I thought I was done. Me and you had long conversations over the phone. I'm like, man, I'm like Alien, and then there's Aliens. There's Terminator, then there's Terminator 2. Some of that third joint don't always work out. And people was hitting me up, yo, man, you gotta do a 3, you gotta do a 3, you gotta wrap it up. People was giving me suggestions, other YouTubers, and it was flattering, but I wasn't feeling any of it. I'm like, man, it's gotta be right. I don't want to do a trilogy because people say I should and think that I should. And that's why I delayed it a year until I came up with a story. And this brother would tell you, I hit him with all kind of scenarios and synopsis until I narrowed it down. Sometimes sequels don't mean going bigger. Sometimes it means to dial it back and condense it and tell a solid story to wrap everything up. And by now, you know the characters. So there's no more world building. Now it's time to find out how it's going to end. And would it be satisfying? Would it be gratifying? And I can tell you it is, man, because I took my time, told a really good story, and every step of the way, this brother heard me. I'm dropping hints and this and that, and I'm sending him dailies and stuff like that. He goes, dude, you got it. Just finish it. Take your time. And I stuck to my, well, I'm not going to tell you the day it comes out. I'll let you watch the trailer real quick, and we'll go from there. So sit back, relax. Here's the trailer to end the sequels for the Werewolf trilogy. Here's the brand new trailer for I'm Done.
Yeah, let's check it out.
There's part of me that loves being in the city, being around people, and enjoying life. But I'm built to be out in the wilderness and be free and express myself to my fullest capacity.
All right, we back. Let's discuss.
Yes, sir. So, man, listen. So, what gave you the idea to wrap up the trilogy in this way? Because you took more of a streamlined approach and went back to basics with it, while still telling an effective story. What made you take this approach?
Because the main character, the protagonist slash antagonist, is a complex character. You learn to like this guy. You understand what he's going through, but that don't make it right. By nature, he is a born killer, and he's going to kill again. He puts his own family in danger. So it's a complex character. And, last film we went to New York, Texas, we globetrot. This is a simple story between two individuals, Imano. It's about survival of the fittest. And to me, those are the best stories. Like boxing, one on one, not baseball, not football. I want to take it to a boxing ring type joint. Everything's condensed, and whoever wins this battle is for life. And it's going to leave you speechless, hopefully. It's going to make your mouth drop. But at the same time, you will have not so much sympathy, but empathy for all characters involved in this last film.
Man. You know what? Let me ask you this. Because, when it comes to cinema, when we're on a creative end of it, we tend to get emotional, right? Now, for you, this being the closeout of a series that is so near and dear to you, did you feel any emotions like, damn, I'm closing this out, or was it just like another day at the job?
It was another day at the job for the most part. But when it came to Don, the costume of the werewolf, that's when it got emotional. I'm like, man, after this, I ain't wearing this no more. And I see the little bit of wear and tear. It's been through 3 years of rigorous put on, perform, put on, perform. And it's like, wow, I remember how this all came out as a thought, then a process. And then once I found somebody to make the proper costume, it became a reality. And so, as excited as I am to give this up, wearing that hot costume, man, I heard horror stories in the past, like Star Wars and all these movies where they put on stuff and it's hot in there. I get it. I understand. But man, I hate to let it go, but when you hold on to something too long, you're going to mess it up.
Mm.
The best have held on too long and messed up. Steven Spielberg, Indiana Jones, and hey man, sometimes you got to end it at the right time, and don't let nobody coerce you or twist your arm to come back to it. Don't let Tyson get in the ring no more. Those kind of those kind of things. You got to know to say stop, put your foot down. You gotta know, because everybody wants to relive their glory days, but you can't always do that. And because you will taint what you started, and people are gonna remember how you ended it more so than how you started it. And you don't want to do that, man. I don't want nobody to talk ill of something that was beautiful at one time, and you yourself messed it up because the ego got to you. You got to be real careful. And don't let people persuade you to come back to do something that they're not doing, but they want you to do it. So if you mess up, you get all the blame. They was like, oh, damn, man, I thought you still had it. No, man. So 3 is my favorite number. A trilogy is a trilogy. No more Rockies.
Right.
Stop. Get out the ring. Period. So
I feel you.
throw in the damn towel. Throw in the damn towel. Throw in the towel, man.
Oh man, I feel you. That's real. Whew. You ain't saying nothing but a word, brother. I mean, some people like so, and that's the thing. Like self-awareness is a beautiful thing when it comes to these films because
Yep.
you don't want to end up with, Terminator 3. You know, you know what I mean. You don't want to, you don't want to jank yourself up. So
Jaws 3D.
oh my god, Halloween 8, Halloween Resurrection. Oh man, you don't want to do it.
Oh man, you got to know when to stop. And I know Hollywood has a lot to do with that in studios.
Mhm.
And I mean, look at the Joker too. That was a perfect film, Oscar worthy. It had no business being a sequel, and it was so bad it makes the first one. It takes away from the first one. I hate to see stuff like that, man.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
whenever you watch the first one, you can't help it but to think about the one that comes next. You cannot discard that memory from your brain. So if it was never created, guess what? You're good.
Man, listen. That is real, man, because certain things undermine what you've done prior. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're taking this approach is commendable, man. And plus, man, listen, man, you ain't no one-trick pony. You have some beautiful films that we've talked about, some ideas, amazing ideas that you have for the future. But the I'm done, like this is gonna be a beautiful bow over the gift in the trilogy that is the Done trilogy. And I'm proud of you, man, because you inspire me for real. Because what you do is you set a goal, you which is and you put accountability on yourself because before you even shoot one frame of the film, you put a release date on it. So now you know that you got to deliver. I love
Yeah.
that tactic. That's a tactic for your ass because that you holding yourself accountable and you have a 5-6 year track record of delivering when you say you're going to deliver. So man, we can't talk too much about the plot for the film because it's still early. We got about a good 10 more months until the film drops. But the fact that you have a trailer ready 10 months in advance is just like you're ahead of the game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, man. That's my process is a trip. It's unlike anybody else. I don't storyboard with physical material. Everything is up here. So when I get to the set, I know exactly what I want. I've been dreaming about it and thinking about it for months. I don't need to write nothing down. And so when occurrences come up or situations come up, hey, I don't trip. Okay, no problem. We can go ahead and change it to this. Sometimes the actors don't even know that I'm changing things because of the environment, because I don't freak out. And you've been there in person with me when I was in New York. I was hit with some obstacles.
Listen, listen. It was like it seemed like the more obstacles you get, you thrived. You didn't even. It was like, oh, okay, cool. So we're gonna do like this. I'm like, this brother's making adjustments on the fly. I mean, you was making adjustments on the fly like that. I never seen anything like that. Cause man, listen, man. I done been in situations where the directors they lose a something on set. Like they would lose a location and their whole world would be flipped upside down. Just this is just me going to film school and just being in situations where certain accommodations aren't met where the filmmaker thought that it would be there. And the whole set is flipped upside down. And I be on set where the the lighting crews just take like 2-3 hours to set up lights. And it's just I'm like, bro, that and when I was in film school, I was I'm like, yo, do I want this as a profession? I was thinking that because when you're on set and you just waiting around, for little trivial and frivolous technical things, that sucks the life out of the creativity. Everything moves slow. I don't like. And when I was on set with you, when you shot the I've Done It Again, when we were in New York, you just brought me back to a time where, it was run and gun, get in, get out, shoot the shot, get the shot you need. No need for overthinking. Of course, you want to analyze your stuff, man. You want your stuff to look good, but you were just a master of your craft, just on the fly, man. I love that about your stuff, man.
I think what helped me was in high school, I was in professional dance and professional arts. So when you're doing a live show and something goes wrong, you can't panic on stage.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm dancing with a girl, pick up her, swing around, and almost drop her. I catch her. I'm like, you got to stay in character. You got to smile, even though she's like, God damn, motherfucker. I said, yeah, I know, bitch. I will drop your ass. But you got to stay in character. So as a director, everybody's looking to you to follow your lead. So if you're losing your cool, if you're snapping on the fly, you lose your crew at that point, and you ain't getting them back.
Nope.
Because they're going back to their trailers and dressing rooms going, man, this dude is crazy.
Yep.
I've heard so many stories behind the scenes of movies, and I'm that kind of director. Hopefully, when everybody talks about me, it was fun, it was loose on set. This man knows exactly what he's doing, what he wants, and he makes you feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And you can't panic, because the minute you panic and you show frustration, boom, you just killed your crew. So if you hire somebody who's taking 15 hours to set up lighting, that's your fault. You need to hire a good crew as a director. So make sure you know somebody who's great with lighting, know what you want, cinematographer, sound, everything. Build your crew so you know you can go to. And if they can't do it, I can step in and do their job, because I know everybody's job. I know how to do lighting. I know how to do framing. So if they're lacking, don't worry about it, man. I got it. Go ahead and go eat some chicken or some sandwiches. I got you. I'm not going to tear his or her ass up in person. They might be having a bad day. So I'm going to step in and be a confidant for that person, because the show must go on, period.
Absolutely.
That's all I get down.
Yeah, and you are living proof of that, man. You are a true professional. You know what you want, and you get it. You don't have people just sitting around, and it brings me back home, man, because I'm telling you, man, when I was in graduate film school, I was around a whole bunch of overthinkers.
Yep.
And prior to grad school, with me and my homie Kev, we would shoot in undergrad. We would just pick up a camera and just go. And it brought me back to that. Man, you inspire me all day, every day, brother. And I can't wait till people see this film. I can't wait till people see I'm done.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a fun ride. So with the 2 trailers, we gave you enough info without giving away anything. 2025 is special for this brother here and myself. For years, we've been waiting for this particular year to get here. We dropping joints together. We're in each other's films all the time, whether it's a voiceover or a physical appearance. It's been a labor of love, man. And we keep each other up, because if you knew what goes on behind closed doors, what we go through, you'll freak out. So we got to stay strong, and we got to walk with our head up at all times. Like my mama said, you can't tell if a black man is broke or not. He walks down the street, stride for stride with his head up. Whether he might got $3 in his pocket or he might have 3 million in the bank, you're not going to know. Mm-hmm. It's all about how you carry yourself. So same applies on set. When you're the director, you have to hold your head up high and keep things moving no matter what happens. And people will thank you for that. And you will help people further their careers by their experience with you. We are teaching people, we're training people when they're on set with us. And there's no set like a Bladtastic media set, man. Let me tell you that.
That's right. You ain't lying.
Have fun.
You ain't lying, bro.
You're gonna have some fun, man. Good times. I try to do videos where we close out the show and do a rap party. Um, I didn't do it the last couple of films, but I did manage to do one rap with Stephanie Mendez for The Lookout. Man, check out that rap party. Me and her had a ball. It's like that on set. And I always do footage of behind the scenes and release it to the public so you know what really goes on. And a lot of the times we're laughing, having a good times, and some mistakes become beautiful pieces of cinema. So hey man, I invite the mistakes because they you don't see it coming. It might enhance the film. You never know.
Yep. Everything happens for a reason. And you're so gifted at turning lemons into lemonade. Nobody would know that it's a mistake if you didn't tell them. You know what I'm
No.
saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
man, you got a banger incoming.
Well, hey man, Happy New Year to everybody. This is the beginning of a special year for the two brothers sitting right here conversing with each other. And we just want to share our art with you. So if we're happy, we really want to make you happy. And you can take our art for what it is as an experience. And hopefully you get it and spread the word, man, because this is the point where we need you more than ever. Without you, there's no us. All this hard work we do is for y'all. We
Yep.
want to just make you guys happy, put a smile on your face, or scare you, or make you think. That's all we want to do. From the writing process years ago, we're thinking of our audience. And we're at the point now, we're ready to let our child take that first walk to kindergarten, and we got to let them go. We're at that point now. So
Mhm.
we love you in advance. And, please keep us elevated, keep the chatter going about Year of the Rat, and I'm done.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Hey, you gonna take us out with the
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up, man, because the outro for this particular videos are always different. So,
okay, okay.
thank you for checking us out. Me and my man Cy, we love y'all for this. But please tell all your friends, like, share, subscribe, leave your comments down low. But check it out. Fade to white.